Hello and welcome to a new video on TBC MTG. Today I will start a series about every Planeswalkers in the Magic the Gathering universe. We start with Ajani Goldmane. Ajani Goldmane was an impressive creature even among the mighty Planeswalkers in the Magic the Gathering multiverse. Its eyes, shining golden in the light, were surrounded by white fur that made him look like a legal lion. His muscles were well defined, his movements graceful, and his voice sounded like a mix of a deep rumble and a warm soft purr. But behind his strong exterior was a story of pain and sorrow. Ajani grew up in a world where war and conflicts were a constant threat. He lost his family and his homeland in a bloody conflict and was forced to leave his childhood behind. As he wandered the world, Ajani learned to manipulate the energy of life, a skill that gave him incredible power. He met other Planeswalkers and allied with them in the fight against injustice and evil. Together, they traveled from world to world, battling the dark forces that threatened to destroy everything good. But even though Ajani had many victories in his fight, he was not immune to pain and loss. He was forced to watch his allies and friends fall in battle, and his heart was filled with sorrow. But even in the darkest moments, he held onto his belief that there was a greater meaning to life, and that it was his duty to fight for justice and peace. Ajani met a young warrior named Elspeth, and the two quickly became friends. They traveled together and fought against the dark forces that threatened to take over their world. But when they faced a particularly dangerous opponent, Elspeth was seriously injured in battle and died shortly after. Ajani was crushed with grief over the loss of his friend and allied with other Planeswalkers to seek revenge. But even though he was strong and powerful, he couldn't rid himself of the pain and sorrow. Gradually, Ajani began to regain his strength and courage. He was inspired by Elspeth's bravery and determination, and realized that even in the darkest times, there was always hope. He continued his fights for justice and peace, and his name became known and respected throughout the multiverse. Ajani Goldmane was a true hero and a source of inspiration for many. He stood up for what he believed in, and he showed that it was possible to fight even the darkest forces if one believed in their cause and had the courage to act. That was all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you become clever about Ajani. The next video will be with the Planeswalker, Aminato.